Was the Chief Medical Director, Jos University Teaching Hospital from 2005 to 2013. His medical education spanned the University of Benin, Edinburgh's Hospital of the University of Cambridge, UK, Harvard University, Boston, Massachusetts, Levinson Leadership Institute, Center for Productive Medicine, University of Warwick, and Apollo Hospital, New Delhi, India. He moved the Jos University Teaching Hospital to its permanent site, which was commissioned by President Obasanjo in May 2007. He is the chairman of the UNIJOS Sport Committee, which is helping to organize the National University Games in November 2025. He recently co-chaired the committee that worked on the establishment of the Center for Transplant Medicine under the leadership of the VC Professor Tanko Ishaya. Widely published, he is the recipient of over 55 awards in recognition of his massive contribution to the field of medicine, administration, community development, and sports. For the sport profile, we have he represented Plateau State in swimming and the National Sport Festival held in Kaduna in 1977. Professor Ishaya Pam was the chairman of Jos University Teaching Hospital Football Club from 2005 to 2013. The club played in the Premier Division on the National Football League for 2 seasons. The team won the Plateau State Challenge Cup twice and represented the state in the FA Cup several times. Jos University Teaching Hospital FC produced national and international players like Ahmed Musa, Uchi Agbo, Kenneth Omero, and Kehinde Fatai. He has attended international sporting events, e.g. the World Cup, South Africa 2010, World University Games, China August 2023, African University Game, FASU, held in Lagos in September 2024. He led the team to a great performance where they won 16 medals and placed 13th out of 68 universities. Last month, he organized the FISU trials in Jos, which was attended by 46 universities with over 500 athletes and officials. 73 athletes have been selected to attend the World University Games holding in Germany in July 2025. That's the profile of our guests today in this edition of In the News. Professor Ishaya Pam, you're welcome once again to Voice of Nigeria.
Thank you very much
He
for
has a
having me.
medical background, but that's not what we're going to discuss today. We're going to discuss sports because he is the sports organizing committee for this year Nigerian University Games UNIJOS 2025. My name is Shalusum Muhammad, your host for this edition, and together with my co-presenter, Baxino Dixon, we'll be engaging Professor Ishaya Pam from University of Jos. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
You can also listen to this broadcast via our website on www.von.gov.ng. Other platforms are through Simple Radio, Radio Garden, and TuneIn Radio. If you want to watch this edition of the program, go to Facebook and search for Von Newscast. You're welcome to Voice of Nigeria.
Hosting rights in March 2022 from NUGA, and we want to place our appreciation to NUGA for giving the University of Jos, under the leadership of Professor Ishaya Tanko, the hosting rights. It was keenly contested between UNIJOS and ABU and the University of Calabar, which withdrew later on and was given the hosting rights for 2026. Indeed, the reason why our Vice Chancellor decided to go for the hosting rights of this prestigious NUGA is that it will boost the profile of the University of Jos. It will also provide the university the opportunity to showcase its capacity and organizational skills. And it would also serve to boost the image of Plateau State, of Jos particularly, as a center for sports
And tourism.
and tourism. Jos has produced innumerable sportsmen, and this is the time to recognize the contribution of Jos to sports in Nigeria. From the days of Semorumba College that produced the likes of Shegun Odegbami, down to Mikel Obi, to GSS Laranto that produced Waziem, to Ahmed Musa, to Kenneth, to Moses Simon. They all have their roots. Onazi, they all have their roots in Jos. So Jos is a sporting destination, and Jos has the climate, the weather, for the high altitude
and topography
to topography to support sports in Nigeria. So this is the time for us to project both the university and the city of Jos. And NUGA will also help the university to interact with the state and the city to bond and to synergize and to go on to other projects. So these are some of the reasons. And hosting NUGA has given the University of Jos the opportunity to also build the infrastructure for sports, which is ongoing at the moment. So we have a swimming pool coming up, international swimming pool, Olympic size, with a training pool and pavilion. We have cricket pitch, we have hockey pitch, we have track and field, synthetic track coming up, and we have a natural turf in the JT Husseini Stadium being planted. We have a Taekwondo hall for combat sports. We also have an indoor sports hall that is currently at the finishing stages. So this is the opportunity that NUGA has given us, and we're thankful for that.
Thank you, Professor.
The plans that have been put in place for the games scheduled for November, one cannot but marvel at your role as not just a sports administrator but also a health expert, which brings to the question of plans of integrating sports science, health, or nutrition into athletes' performance management for this particular games, because I know that is your core area of competence, like health, sportiness. So how are we going to use this particular aspect to improve athletes' performance?
Absolutely, that's what we're trying to do. We want to change the narrative in Jos. What you find in the media is usually not palatable, but the truth is there's a lot of ongoing that is positive, and that's what we want to highlight. And we also want to engage the entire community and the people. There should be a trickle-down effect. When billions of naira are spent on development, for example, of infrastructure, it goes to the local economy. And then, of course, as you pointed out, all aspects, all sectors, food vendors, entertainment, culture, and all of that, they will all benefit. And tourism. These 5,000 people that will come to Jos are going to buy food, they're going to buy bags, they're going to buy t-shirts, they're going to buy mugs. So all of that will energize the community, and they will begin to see the dividend of having peace. There's no way you can have sporting events if there's no peace. So that dividend alone will encourage the people and the government to maintain the peace. And we believe that from NUGA, Plateau State can equally host the National Sports Festival and other national and international engagements. And the altitude of Plateau State, I cannot overemphasize that, is a huge advantage, because if you're going for events in Europe, for example, the best place to train is in Jos. The temperate climate, the high altitude will give our athletes will acclimatize there and then go on. And then the topography is fantastic for marathon, cycling. So we see this as a win-win, and we're looking forward. The vision of the Vice Chancellor is that in a few years' time, the entire ecosystem in Plateau will change and then concentrate, even if it is sports alone. We're building networks and friendships and relationships also.
Yeah, and the number of athletes that you're expected to accommodate within the university campus.
We are looking at 80 universities, both public and private, attending the NUGA Games in November, from November 6th to 16th this year. And we are estimating that a total of 7,000 athletes and officials would present at the games. So we are preparing strenuously for these large contingents coming. In fact, we ran a test run was done last month when actually this month from 6th April to 12th when we held the FISU trials. That was the trials for the World University Games. 46 universities attended, and for just 7 sports, and we had over 500 athletes. So we've done a test run, and we project that we will have twice that number. And since we will have a minimum of 15 sporting events, we think that our projection is likely to hold. So we are preparing. The Vice Chancellor has set up a local organizing committee which has a very strong membership. We have the likes of Dr. Amos Adamu, who organized Koja in Nigeria in 2004, I think. Then we have the likes of Al-Hassan Yamut. These are well-tested sports administrators. They've taken part in international tournaments and organized same. And we have security committee we have Brigadier General Temlong, and many others who we have Ambassador Bagudu Hirse. We have the Commissioner of Sports for Plateau State. So we have a very strong membership of the NUGA Local Organizing Committee. We have several subcommittees: media, finance, marketing, sponsorship, culture and entertainment, medical facilities, what have you.
In fact, this aspect that you mentioned is, my name is Salis Mohammed. Thank you for taking our time to tune in and stay with Voice of Nigeria in the program In the News. Join us this week for the fresh edition of the program.